Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Late Night Peel. I'm Trey Redfield.
And I'm Nick Salai, and we have basically every sport you can think of tonight. We're talking
That we cover.
Other
than college ball.
Of course. We've got college
basketball.
football, we got MLB, we got NFL, we got NBA, we got everything tonight.
Yeah, we got mostly everything.
Jam-packed night,
We got
and
mostly everything.
let's get started.
We're going to try and get it within, hopefully, 20 minutes tonight. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what
We'll
happens.
see. But anyways, let's get to MLB real quick.
Yeah.
Game 7 has been forced, and when this
Yep.
goes up, this will be going on, like, during the World Series. First pitch is, I think, 8:08 tomorrow on Fox. So it's been a very, very good World Series, and the home team has not won yet.
No.
And I think, Nick, that's gonna remain the same. I think the Nationals are gonna win this game after what Alex Bregman did with that with the bat and running down first base with it and just dropping it at first.
Yeah.
And Juan Soto doing the same thing. Dave Martinez, flipping out, getting ejected.
Tonight was an interesting
It was
night.
interesting, and he was the first manager since Bobby Cox to be ejected in a World Series game. Anthony Rendon showed that ball don't lie. And I think the momentum and the firepower that they got from that game, just the intensity that Steven Strasburg brought, that man is a warrior.
Yeah.
He's as big as a Mr. National as Ryan Zimmerman is. And I just think Mad Max is gonna pop off.
Yeah, through the
tonight. And they're gonna win. They're gonna beat Houston.
the last 3 World Series where the road team won up to Game 5, the home team won Game 6, so we're remaking history. This is the first time ever, all 6 games, the road team has won.
Yeah.
So, I mean, being a Mets fan, I want the Astros to win, but there's just this gut feeling in me the Nationals are going to win somehow.
So, newsflash, that means we're both neglecting our predictions when this all started out.
I had the Dodgers. They
And
lost to the World Series champs, so, you know. Yeah.
And if Brian, if you're watching this, man, please let me know what you think before first pitch, because I'd actually love to hear your opinion.
Yeah, Brian.
You brought really good insight to the World Series cast, the preview. But yeah, so now let's go into the NFL. Nick, what is your one mid-season takeaway as we approach Week 9?
So I really think the 49ers are the biggest threat to the Patriots so far this
I can
year.
agree with that.
Their defense, you had told me this earlier,
Their
giving
defense
up-
is as good as New England.
they're giving up 10 less yards than the Patriots are.
in passing.
In
Total yards.
Total yards?
And then the passing is somewhere around there as well.
But still, the Patriots defense has been so impressive this year. It feels like every time I'm turning on the TV, I'm watching them get another pick six, a fumble recovery for a touchdown. One of those. And just to think that the 49ers are doing that, but like even a little better.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just crazy.
Well, man, it's not as better as New England, I would say, because my takeaway is that this is a very, very, very historic defense.
Yeah.
The boogeymen are coming after team. I mean, obviously, they haven't had the best schedule, but the way they were able to annihilate each and every single team that they played, I just think that's really impressive, and that's something that shows like how good this defense actually is. I mean, Lamar Jackson's going to be a really big threat coming up with him being a running quarterback. New England struggles against running quarterbacks, i.e. Cam Newton. But yeah. New England's given up 7.6 points per game, 234 total yards per game. That's second behind San Fran. 148 passing yards per game. That's behind San Fran as well. And they give up 85.2 rushing yards per game. That's fourth most in the league. And I mean, Devin McCourty has, I believe, 5 interceptions. Jamie Collins and Stephon Gilmore both have 3. That's first and second in the league for interceptions. So that's my takeaway, just the fact of how good this defense is and how much of an impact they can bring as the second half of the season goes around, especially with New England. This is only the 11th toughest stretch in the league. Everyone talks about, they're going to get it this time. It's really not that bad when you think about it.
And
so
it's crazy to think because like the 49ers and Pats could both go undefeated. And
they could, and then meet in the Super
they
Bowl.
don't play each other in the regular season, so they can both go undefeated. And I feel like a Super Bowl match,
like Jimmy G and Tom Brady?
Yeah, people think it might be a little lopsided with the Patriots easily winning, but I don't think so. I think the 49ers could really put up a fight.
Kyle Shanahan had that New England defense twisted in Super Bowl 51 as he served as the OC with the Falcons before everything just went downhill.
I feel like Jimmy G beating Belichick would just, oof.
That'd be a bro moment. Very ironic because Belichick did not want to trade Jimmy G. Like
Yeah.
he wanted him to still be there and be the guy when Tommy Boy retires.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the Packers pulled it out on Sunday night by a final score of 31-24 in Arrowhead. So Al Michaels has been to a Sunday night football game in Kansas City twice, and he has seen them lose twice.
Yep.
So I know the Chiefs had Matt Moore and all, but Aaron Rodgers looked really good, and he torched that defense. So
He did.
does this mean he's now in the MVP talks?
Yeah, so last week I had mentioned that I wanted to see another week of him or two. And
we saw
I
another
saw my
week.
week. He put up 305 yards, 3 touchdowns, passing rating of 129, and a completion percentage of 70. So, I mean,
He's
he's at the top right now.
He's legit as well as his team is very legit. Aaron Jones has been very productive.
They've lost, one game this year?
They've only lost one game.
Yeah, which, I mean, going into the season with the new head coach and everything, people did not expect the Packers to play well, especially after last season. Last season was atrocious.
Yeah.
And this year, they're just balling out.
They're balling.
They're balling. He's a top MVP candidate.
I would say so.
I
Yeah.
have to say he's like tied with Russell Wilson probably.
Yeah. If this week, it's the same thing as before.
Mm-hmm.
It could really have him have the edge because in Vegas right now he's the favorite. He's now the favorite. He has been able to, exceed Russell Wilson. So, but yeah, let's now take it into Charlotte, who will be Green Bay's upcoming opponent, I believe. They got wrecked this weekend by the 49ers. Final score was 51-13. And I believe Cam Newton returns to practice this week.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So, with Cam Newton coming back from, what was his ankle, right?
I think so, yeah.
Something like that. As we know, we're not scientists. This is sports, okay?
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while since
So yeah. Nick, Kyle Allen, or Cam Newton?
I kind of feel like they're going to start Cam Newton.
They're gonna. I think
Kyle
that's
Allen
what's gonna
slowly
happen.
cooled down. He hasn't been as on fire as he has been.
Well, this is his first loss.
That's true.
So I mean,
But he didn't have a great game.
that's true. But I mean, hey,
It was against the Niners defense, probably one of the best in the NFL, obviously.
yeah. But I mean, the Panthers are playoff contenders.
Yeah, I just think they're going to put Cam Newton in for now.
I think Cam Newton's gonna have a very short leash. I think they're going to start him, but if I was Ron,
Like if he makes...
but if I'm Ron Rivera, I am getting really, really close to that hot seat, especially if this season goes downhill like previous seasons. I mean, Carolina was 6-2 last year, and then everything just went downhill.
Yeah.
So if that's the case again, and if it's because of Cam Newton, see you later, man. I mean, who knows? Cam Newton's time in Charlotte may be coming to a very close down.
It should be interesting to watch.
So, but yeah, Buffalo. Back to reality, man, it seems like. I mean, they lost at Eagles. I think the score was like 31-13.
Yeah, something like that.
Buffalo just looked really flat.
Yeah.
And Philly came in there with their players, obviously, as well as their fans. I mean, it seems like they were going crazy at New Era Field. So, have we seen the climax of the Buffalo Bills?
I can't remember if I said this or not, but I feel like I said something about the Bills really not like. I feel like they're gonna slow down.
Yeah, but they have a pretty easy stretch.
Yeah, that's the
coming
thing.
up. They got DC,
Washington this weekend.
They got DC, Cleveland, Miami, and then Denver. Like,
So I think
that's 4 wins right there, man.
Nah, my boys, you think are gonna lose to them?
Oh, dude, Brandon Allen's your quarterback? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, honestly. I mean, the Bills, it's hard.
It is hard. I mean, I feel like the Bills are still a really good football team. I think
they are.
I think this is a team that can.
I think they'll
sweep.
either sneak into the wild card or like just miss the wild
I
card.
think they're going to be a 6 seed. I mean, Josh Allen. God forbid, I don't know what that kid's going to do in the playoffs. Because I mean, the last time the Bills were in the playoffs, Tyrod Taylor was the quarterback, and I don't know if you remember, he got sacked really hard.
Yeah.
Got a concussion.
I remember that.
The next play, Nathan Peterman throws a pick to Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, it was Jackson.
So that was 2 years ago.
Final score was like 10-3.
It was
13-3.
10-3.
Yeah.
10-3. It was a rough.
Yeah,
it was a
regardless
rough
if
game.
the Bills make the playoffs or not, I don't think they'll move on.
No, I mean it's because of the quarterback play.
Yeah.
It's because of the quarterback play. But yeah, now we're gonna get into some predictions. You know, not the hottest of weeks this week, so we went with the best 3 games.
A lot of bye weeks.
A lot of bye weeks, and next week's gonna be pretty rough too, especially for me. Man, that's gonna suck. Minnesota and Kansas City start off. Can Matt Moore bounce back against another NFC North opponent?
I feel like Minnesota might pull this one out.
Really?
Yeah. I mean...
Thiel's back, too.
Yeah, exactly. Stephon Diggs it was this past week he had a great week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephon...
Yeah, Thursday Night Football.
Diggs had a good game, but
the
previous week had a very, very good game.
Yeah.
He's getting back to his usual self. They literally went from trade talks of him going to New England to now being like considered number one. I mean, Thielen was the number one not last year, 2 years ago when he popped off. But now I just think Diggs is the guy. I mean,
the Vikings have won 4 straight.
Yeah, the way Minnesota's rolling, I feel like they're gonna take this one in KC.
Wait. Speaking of Stephon Diggs going to New England, really quick, what is your thought about the whole Odell going to New England?
That was a thing.
Everyone's making a big deal because he gave him the cleats.
Oh,
Tom Brady's son stayed after the game to meet OBJ. They talked for a while.
There was much speculation this offseason of Odell going to New England. I mean, everyone talked about that. There was also the talk of Bill Belichick finishing his career with the Giants. That was cap and a half, all right? But
like Odell's probably unhappy in Cleveland right now.
Yeah, I mean he might be, but there were serious talks about the Giants trading Odell Beckham Jr. to the Patriots. I mean the thought was there, and it was pretty serious from what sources were able to tell us this offseason. But no, that's just a sign of respect, because the way I just thought it was a really awesome gesture for him to do that. Just to show, or I guess for his thought of Tom Brady being the greatest of all time.
I just don't remember him doing that with anybody else.
I just think it's funny that Baker Mayfield was like peeking a little bit, seeing it was right there. I don't want to talk about Baker Mayfield. Anyways, Minnesota taking KC down in Arrowhead.
Yeah.
Next up, the London game, 9:30, NFL Network, Texans-Jags.
Yikes, this week's really tough.
Yeah.
It's not a very good game. I think Houston's going to run all over Jacksonville.
Really?
This one. Yeah. I think Deshaun Watson's going to have one of his games.
Nah.
I'm feeling like he's going to have one of his big games.
Nah, I feel like London loves Gardner Minshew, and Gardner Minshew is going to
I'm sure they do, but I mean...
I'm taking Jacksonville.
When your quarterback gets kicked in the eye and somehow manages to still throw a touchdown pass...
That's pretty damn
I think
impressive.
That's a pretty tough guy right there.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But no, I just think Gardner Minshew, he seems like that guy that just pop off in London. I don't know what it is. It's just I just had that thought. And like Nick Foles is going to practice soon. Dude, you wasted all that money for a wrong guy. I mean, exactly. Philly literally finessed you, even though they didn't make a trade.
That's true.
But still, you got a really good 6th-round pick.
Yeah.
Last time we've seen a really good 6th-round pick, his name's Tom Brady. So I think just the swagger that Minshew has, he's going to take it into London. He's going to take down Houston.
All right.
So now, let's take it into Baltimore.
Probably
Patriots, Ravens, Sunday night. Nick, who are you taking, man?
I feel like New England's still going to win. As much as I mean, Baltimore's home, that helps. I mean, if they're in New England, Lamar Jackson would have an awful game. But I mean, I want to see Baltimore win.
Oh, dude, as everyone does. Everyone hates a winner. Everyone hates a winner.
But I just think New England's too talented, and I think the defense is going to get to Jackson's head, and I think it's going to force him to make a lot of mistakes out there.
But hey, if he's able to find a way to scramble, he can be somewhat successful against the boogeyman. Yeah. But I just think New England's going to win. The way that their defense is rolling right now, the confidence that they have, I think they can take it into Baltimore. I mean, the last time they lost in prime or the last time a primetime game was in Baltimore when they played the Patriots, was the infamous field goal kick with the replacement refs back in 2012. Nothing's going to be like that. I just think Lamar Jackson isn't that guy for the Patriots defense to make a quarterback look good as Joe Flacco was. I just think New England's going to go in there and steamroll Baltimore, especially with the defensive aspect. Yeah. So now, Nick, let's go into the NBA. This is all you. What are the takeaways from your first week?
So first week? It has been an interesting week so far. I mean, obviously the Clippers have looked well, besides the fact they lost to the Suns. When you lose to the Suns, that's not always great.
It happens.
Looking at the standings really quick. Sixers are at the top, Raptors at the top, Bucks, Celtics. I mean, no surprises there really.
Tyler Hero.
He just put
Looks
up
pretty good.
Yeah, he put up 19 points in
Cam,
one quarter for
you
Miami.
the man.
Yes, that's well, that's right. He picked him rookie of the year, I think.
He knows a pretty smart
Smart
guy.
guy,
That's
smart
why
guy,
I
smart
brought
guy.
him on here.
And same thing in the West. We've got the Clippers, the Lakers. Surprisingly, the Spurs. I did say the Spurs weren't going to make the playoffs, and they're undefeated so far this year.
We'll see how that goes.
So yeah, I mean, same thing with the Timberwolves. They're undefeated right now.
The Spurs are like the Bruins of basketball. You know,
That's true.
they've had that same group for such a long time. The Bruins have had the same first front line for the longest time, and they've just been able to be so successful throughout it.
That's true.
It's very impressive. But
And stat wise, I mean, people are putting up points. Like,
Yeah.
There's these
I mean,
guys.
what
are
else
putting
do you
up,
expect?
These guys are putting up buckets. There's
Everyone
no
ex-
defense whatsoever.
Everyone expected teams to shoot threes more often this year, and
That's what I said in the
that's
NBA
the case.
preview,
I
yeah.
believe that's the case.
Yeah.
So yeah, now give me your most surprising bad team, and then most surprising good team.
All right.
One team from each.
Yes. So my most surprising good team right now is actually the Miami Heat. Because I said they weren't going to make the playoffs, and they're looking very good so far. They got Adebayo down low, who is a defensive force. He's not a great shooter, which, I mean, the game has evolved to big men shooting threes, but in the post, he does all the dirty work. Obviously, Tyler Hero is getting buckets, and I think they have a very, very young team, and I think if they just keep their chemistry well, they can make some noise in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Now you're
My bad team.
yeah.
So, my bad team,
Golden State. You gotta go with Golden State.
No, but I feel like, no, it is Golden State. I do think Golden State should be playing much better. Steph Curry needs to prove that he can do this on his own.
Yeah.
And he has not so far.
And the last time he tried to prove it on his own, they were a 6 seed.
No, that's true. That's
Or,
true.
well, yeah. There was no Klay Thompson. Or there was Klay Thompson.
I mean, in 2015 when they won the championship, it was really just Steph and Clay.
Yeah, but Draymond Green was still a good
That's
asset. Iggy was MVP that year. He was Finals MVP.
That's right.
So,
But
the last time we've seen him really do it by himself was the year before Steve Kerr came around.
yeah.
The year as a 6 seed, lost in the first
Oh, yeah,
round to
yeah,
the
yeah,
Clippers.
yeah. That's right.
Who was their coach at the time?
Oh my God, what's his name?
He got fired. I mean,
I forgot his name.
I forget his name.
It's on my head. No, but what I was going to say really quickly is I thought the Pelicans were going to be better, and they're 0-4 right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
They got a good group,
Brandon
even though
Ingram
Zion's
is
out.
third in scoring right now. I think he's averaging he's putting up numbers. It's 27 points per game, which, I mean, it's impressive. I mean, I don't know where that was for the Lakers, but, he's doing it for the Pelicans.
Respect.
So, yeah.
I mean, yeah. All right. You really have an MVP right now?
I do.
Who?
After just putting up 40 and 20, Anthony Davis.
All right.
That man, woo!
bad
Not
man.
trying to be biased or anything, but
He's not trying to get political.
29 points per game, 13 rebounds, 3 blocks, 3 assists. I mean, I just think those are some impressive numbers.
Especially for a center, yeah.
Especially
As
for a
mobile as
center.
he is.
And he put up 40 and 20 in 3 quarters. He didn't play the entire fourth quarter.
31
tonight.
minutes.
Yep.
31 minutes.
I
It's pretty impressive.
find that insane.
So now, Nick, I appreciate you for that NBA insight.
Of course.
Now let's take it into college football. The Sooners. They're done. They have fallen. They have fallen literally and figuratively. So Nick, they have fallen to 10th in the country in the recent AP poll. What does this mean for the Big 12? Because I want to offer my input first. I don't think there's going to be a Big 12 team. Unless Baylor finds a way to really make noise and continue to be undefeated and finds a way to literally spank OU in Jerry World.
Yeah.
That's the only way that Big 12 team is going to get there. I mean,
that's their only ranked team that all the other teams.
I believe in Baylor. I'm a big Baylor person.
I mean, Texas has a solid team that they play against second to last week of the season.
That is true.
I feel like Oklahoma won't make the playoffs, so I feel like Baylor beating them, they'll push them higher in the rankings, but I don't think they notch that top 4.
If Baylor wins out, they will make a very, very good
They
case.
will. No, they will.
That's their only chance. But if Baylor does not win out, they're done. Big 12 is... I mean, the Big 12 has come to Baylor as their only hope.
We're watching the SEC world at this point.
Yeah, chances
It
are
is
low.
the SEC.
Speaking of the SEC, let's just hit the top 7 real quick. 3 SEC teams. LSU, they're now number 1.
I don't know how.
I mean, dude,
Like,
Tua
Alabama
was out. Tua was out this week.
I mean, didn't Alabama still win like 55-10?
Yeah, they did. But I mean, hey, Tua's not playing right now, and that's
true.
what the Associated Press went off of. I mean,
That's true.
Bama is 2nd, Ohio State is 3rd, Clemson is still 4th, Penn State is 5th, Florida is 6th, and Oregon, yes, Oregon is 7th. So obviously Penn State or Ohio State will fall more likely than not. Penn State.
Yeah.
LSU or Bama is going to fall out here, most likely, especially
Next week.
if even if Oregon keeps winning, just like Baylor, and if just one of these teams lose, because LSU will lose. That's what we're both thinking, right?
Against Bama?
Yeah. We'll save it for next week.
Yeah.
But
Next week is the big week.
But I mean, whoever Florida.
Do you
meets,
think this is gonna be the top 4 going into the playoffs?
that I can't answer? I cannot answer that. I don't. Nor do I want to answer that because I don't.
Who do you think in the top 10, who's not in the top 4 right now, so like between 5 and 10, has the best shot to make it in?
has the best shot to make it in?
Yeah.
Oregon,
Really?
because they don't have to face any of these teams. All of these teams have to collide with one another sooner than
Yeah,
later.
but does Oregon play any like tough teams?
Oregon will have
Besides
to.
Utah?
Oregon will have to play Utah. In the
Pac-12
in the
championship?
Pac-12 championship. That's it. I mean, and Utah's 9th. I mean, the only team that we can see that's going to maybe squeak on in there is either Baylor or Minnesota, especially if Minnesota keeps on winning. But,
I mean, obviously, if like a team
I think Bama is safe, and I think the most safe team actually is Clemson, because if Clemson just keeps winning, doing their thing, they're a great football team. If they just keep doing what they're doing, they will be more than fine.
It's weird how they've been just slowly dropping.
I know.
They're blowing out
come
teams.
on now.
They're dropping.
That's a good team.
It's got to be because of how weak their schedule is. Like that's the only.
It's the ACC.
I mean,
And I think their toughest opponent is going to be NC State. I mean, NC State always gives Clemson a tough game, especially in Carter Finley. So that's just one game to look out for. But I think Clemson is the safest of these teams.
does App State have a chance in that?
Hey, roll Nears, man. Especially shout out Nate. I miss you, man. But no, I mean, App State's in the Sun Belt. Yeah. As undefeated as they can get. I mean,
one day, you guys will get it.
If they spank South Carolina, they can make a chance for. They can make a plea, I guess, for a New Year's Six.
Yep. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the college playoffs.
No. Especially, I mean, App already has their 3 FCS national championships, 3-peat. But but yeah.
Good for them.
Anyways, let's go into some predictions. Let's go into what is unbelievably College Game Day. Southern Methodist and Memphis. I think I'm not really a big American guy, especially if they say they're the Power 6 team, Power 6 conference. Yeah, no. SMU is going to win, but the thing is, they will die. They will literally fall to pieces in the New Year's Six. But they will win this game.
I mean, I'm just kind of in a basketball mood right now, and everybody knows Memphis is about to be like hyped for basketball, so I'm just going to pick Memphis for this one.
All right.
Why not? I mean, could be an upset, you know.
I could not care less about them.
I mean,
I don't.
Game day, have fun wherever you're going in Memphis.
Hey man, they're going to Army Navy here soon, and I'm going to that. Like that's lit.
I know.
But yeah. What really should be College Game Day though is Georgia and Florida
That's facts.
in Jacksonville. This is like the biggest Florida Georgia game we've had in so long.
Yes.
It has been so long since we've had a game as epic as this one.
Yeah.
Like this
It's
really
got some
turned out to
playoff
be a
implications.
banger. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, I think I said it earlier. Georgia can find a way to sneak their way in there. I mean, they are the number 8 team in the country right now, and I think that
they play Auburn later in the year. So
yeah, and I think I mean yeah, it's with the just bulking their resume. So if they, man, this is a very hard game to pick, and
I kind of feel like Georgia's gonna pull it out.
Really,
Yeah, I don't know why, but I
really,
just feel like they have more talent on their team.
wow. You know what? I'm gonna have to agree. I think Georgia wins, and they'll slowly find their way. They'll slowly find more opportunities.
I was reading
as
something about the
goes on.
running back, DeAndre Swift.
Cash.
He's nasty.
Cash.
I was
Okay.
reading about him this
Gamer.
week earlier. He's good.
He is good.
He's good.
But now there aren't really that many good college games, and this is a great time to talk about SU. The Orange.
We are bad.
Yeah, it's rough.
Syracuse is bad.
But hey, they're playing a very mediocre. When I mean mediocre, okay defense, an absolute god awful offense, as they always have.
Besides the running back.
They're playing Boston College. Oh yeah, AJ Dillon's really good.
Dillon's good. Yeah.
And I think SU is going to be able to find a way to stop them. And
hopefully.
I think I'm picking Syracuse this game.
Yes,
This is technically.
I think Syracuse will win.
This is technically a rivalry game, as Boston College was an old Big East foe to Syracuse,
yeah.
and I think SU is the one that's going to pull this one out in the dome.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, we were down 35-3 at one point last week against Florida State.
Yep, that happened.
Has Florida State and Boston College played this year? Do you know?
They will be. They're in the same. They're in the same division at least, but I'm not. They haven't. I don't think they've played yet.
I don't know. I
I'm-
feel like BC isn't that good, so I just feel like Syracuse will win.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have much to say just because we're god awful, but I mean, why not support the school I go to?
Victories in sight.
And if we lose
Down the field.
somehow, then I don't know.
I don't know. It's whatever. But hey, that's gonna do it all tonight for the late night peel. Unfortunately, we were nowhere near 20 minutes, but hey, there's a lot to talk about.
You
tonight.
learn some extra stuff.
You learn some extra stuff. Exactly. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, the whole deal. Tell your friends. Everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Lakers 3-1, baby.
Oh come on, God.
Don't blow 3-1 lead.
The Celtics are still gonna be a 2 seed.